Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about a different way to select an object that's probably the most versatile way and we haven't talked about it yet. So we have been through the lasso tool, polygonal, we've looked at the object select and the quick select, and these might be good for this image right here, of course, if I just use my object select and drag around. But you can see it does have a few issues, and you can move into that with your lasso tool, but some people have a shaky hand or have difficulty using the mouse to draw with. So there's a different selection tool which allows us to make a path, and then the path can be turned into a selection. So I'm going to go through that today, and that's the pen tool right here. So the pen tool is a great tool for selecting things because it allows you to make your own lines and curves, and then later on turn that into a selection. So I'm going to get this tool. There's actually some other tools as well in here. But I'm going to go to the regular pen tool. Okay, so to get started, you just click. So I'm going to click a point. I'm just going to move my layers over here. I'm going to just click. And then what you can do is, if I move ahead here just a little bit, I can hold down the next one, and you can see I can bend and move these handles to create a line. Now I'm going to just undo that. I'm going to do that again because this one is fairly straight. Okay, and I'm going to just come here, and I'm going to begin to trace. Now what you don't want to do is this, because if you just click, 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 you're creating straight edged lines. And really, this shoe has some curves to it. So I'm going to, and maybe I'll just zoom in. I want you to see what's going on here. You can see how mine kind of curves. Okay, and it is good to be this close. Okay, now I've pulled the line so that I can kind of get this curve here. And you can see this one is kind of being annoying. I'm going to grab a different tool in the same area here. I'm going to get this one right here. It's the Convert Point tool. And what this can do is help to move this handle a little straighter. So now the next time I get that pen, it will stay on line. So I'm going to do that again here. I want to bend this because I like this happening. But the next point, when I try to do the same thing, you can see this handle is making it pull down. So we need to move that handle. And a quick command, so I don't have to keep coming over to the Convert Anchor Point tool here, right? A quick command for doing this would be to hold down Option while you're on the pen tool. And you need to hover over the anchor and hold down, or the handle, and hold down Option, and I can tuck this in, or tuck it closer at least. So now the next time you can see it's not manipulating that previous line, so then my next line. So I'm going to hold that Option and tuck that handle in, and I'm going to here. Okay, maybe I'll keep that one, and here. Okay, I'm going to tuck this in. All right. And I'll just zoom out. I'm going to go a little quicker now. But you can kind of see what I'm creating here. I'm going to come all the way out to here, and watch this. I'm going to pull this handle. So you want to spread them out as much as you can, and that will give you the most smooth line. You can see I'm going to tuck in here. This is kind of a straight thing, and then it's going to bend. So this is the beginning of the curve, and it ends here. So I'm going to come here and pull my handle. Okay. You might want to try this out on a simpler image. This one is kind of tough. There's a lot of curves here. But I want you to see the end result and how good of a selection this will be from using There. I want you to see the difference. Bend. Okay, I'm going to definitely, because this one you can see this is going to manipulate that handle. So I can actually maybe even hold that option right now. Perfect. And okay, here's all the way up. And if you're watching this, you can certainly fast forward a little bit. You don't have to watch me go around the whole shoe, but I do want to get to the end here. The beginning of the curve, the end here before it begins to tilt down and around. And really, this tool is the industry standard tool. This is the one that you're expected to know if you are going to be working in any type of graphic design field. You would need to know this tool, so it is certainly a worthy tool to look at in this class. Okay, we're getting closer here. I'm just going to speed it up a bit. If you click off of the line by mistake, you could always click the previous anchor that you made, and it'll know that you want to continue your line. So, okay. And then you need to make sure that you connect the last point, meet up with the last point to close the spline. Okay, so now, as I said, I hope you zoomed in or fast forwarded that. Now, I have it all selected. How do we turn this into a selection? Well, next to your layers is your paths. And if you don't see paths, you can go to Window Paths and find it. But here's a working path, and you can see it looks like the shape of the shoe. And if I click on this, this is Load Path as a Selection. When I click it, it becomes a selection. And you can see it's getting into all of the tight crevices that I traced with this pen to create a perfect selection. And now I can copy and paste, and let's just take a look when this moves. Absolutely, you can see how good of a selection that is. It has none of the shadows here. I've kind of went through myself and cut this out with the pen tool. So, good luck and give it a try.